Duty at its core has always been a game that revolved around fast-paced action, but making the game too fast-paced can become an issue. Year after year, Call of Duty always tries to one-up the past game, whether it is the gunplay, class systems, or even the way the community is able to interact with one another. But the problem that I seem to have the most trouble coping with is the fact that Call of Duty tends to make their games more fast-paced every single year. Let me take you back to a simpler time. A time when people were able to hop into a COD match and not have to reapply deodorant after every match. A time where t-shirts wouldn't go bad from all the nasty pit stains that we all as a community accumulated. Games like Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 1, shoot, even Call of Duty Ghost. All these games had a completely different feel to them compared to the most recent boots on the ground games that we play now. The different ranges that you had to engage at, the gunplay, the way the maps were designed, all were so excellent and still had a great fast-paced feel to them. I'm going to throw a few maps on the screen for you all to check out, and I'm curious to see what you all pretty much think. But these maps really bring me back to a time where there was variety in Call of Duty. Different paths and ways you could engage with the enemies, compared to these really basic tight lanes that we are seeing in Black Ops 4. But honestly, where have the maps like this gone? Where are they at? The pacing of COD has changed drastically since they put their first multiplayer game out, and I'm really craving and missing an old school COD game. Now you can say that World War II was a classic COD game. They even removed a limited sprint during the beginning of the game's life cycle. Had a decent variety of open maps as well, so how can you say the pacing of Call of Duty is changing? Well, I can tell you to go and try out one of these past COD titles and see for yourself how the tempo of the game has changed drastically since games like Modern Warfare and Black Ops, but I can just tell by the pattern that Call of Duty is taking now. Right when Advanced Warfare hit, the pacing of the game was already fast enough. It also threw a lot of COD fans off when they first experienced it. Then Black Ops 3 came out, and they had to top off the speed of Advanced Warfare, making their jetpacks more fluent to use, and also making the speed of the game faster by adding in specialists. Then Infinite Warfare comes along, and has to top off Black Ops 3's speed, and I don't even have to explain how fast Infinite Warfare was. I'm pretty sure every man who has played COD knows how fast that game was. The point I'm trying to make here is the fact that the companies who design Call of Duty games, Treyarch, Infinity Ward, and Sledgehammer, always have to compete with one another to try to pretty much one-up each other's games every single year. It is also not like they're trying to one-up the graphics or one-up the gunplay. They're literally just trying to one-up the tempo of the games. Now look at World War II. This game was very close to a classic COD game, but was still extremely fast-paced with the majority of the map sticking to tight lanes. Then Black Ops 4 drops, about triple the speed of World War II, and the maps are even tighter and the lanes are so much closer that the action almost happens instantly the second you spawn. Then next up is Infinity Ward's turn. What could they possibly do? Now, Modern Warfare 4 would be a great choice. Copy the tempo of past Modern Warfare games, but look at Black Ops 4. That game isn't even close to the tempo of the original Black Ops game, so Modern Warfare 4 could possibly be Modern Warfare 2 on crack. As much as I don't want this awful idea to come true, the possibility is always there. Now, Infinity Ward has always been known for a solid boots-on-the-ground experience. Take the whole Modern Warfare series, for example. But like I said, they always stick to this horrible cycle of one-upping each other's games. So the chances of the next Infinity Ward game being extremely fast-paced is extremely high. Now, it can't just be Activision or the developers of these Call of Duty games. There must be a reason for the games turning out the way they are. There's nowhere else to look besides the community. I personally think Call of Duty probably has. I'm sorry, but Call of Duty probably has one of the hardest communities out there. The community of COD is never satisfied no matter what, and one of the main complaints, including myself for years and years, was the pacing of the game, and how we all wanted the game to be much more fast-paced. I guess for years and years of having that jammed into the developers' heads of how the game must get faster and faster and faster has sent this game on a downfall. Now, I'm not completely bashing the pace of the COD games. I can't say they're not fun, and the new style of gameplay isn't addicting, especially to watch on Twitch or YouTube, but I guess I'm saying I just miss the good old times of COD, the more basic period of this game. I've gone through so much with this title, seen so many things come and go, so many great ideas that have been trashed, and so many awful ideas be carried onto future titles, that I'm just missing the old style of Call of Duty. In Black Ops 4, everything is so fast. Your reaction has to be on point in order to stay on top of your enemies, especially if you are versing some good players. There's very minimal time to move around the map and reposition, or even try to get a nice flank spot, or even hold down an objective. Literally around every corner, there will be an enemy ready and waiting for you. I guess this isn't really a bad thing. Call of Duty has always been notorious for campers ruining streaks, so making the game this fast that not even campers have a chance to hold a position longer than 10 seconds is actually a positive thing, and I can't complain about it. But something about the old style of COD still comes back to me, and I revisit these games like World at War and Modern Warfare 2, and even though the lobbies are non-existent, they are still outstanding games to play, and a lot of fun. A nice medium point of fast-paced action and strategic gameplay. But at this point in time, I'm not sure if Call of Duty will ever return to their actual roots, to their core gameplay that got them the fame they have today. As time goes on, the Call of Duty community will lose players and gain a lot more, and it seems like the new players that are hopping aboard are a lot more fond of the fast-paced gameplay of COD. It could quite possibly be that there are almost no more OG COD gamers, or the ones that are still left are just sucking it up and dealing with the changes in COD. I love the new style of gameplay COD has to offer. I enjoy the fast-paced action. It is a lot of fun. But I don't want people to forget what Call of Duty truly is. What Call of Duty actually has to offer and how much potential it actually has. At this point, I'm just hoping that one day they will eventually make one Call of Duty game that will take me back. It's been 5 long years since I played a COD game that didn't make me feel like I'm snorting lines and injecting shit into my bloodstream. And I also don't want this game to be a remaster. Yes, I love remastered games. They're great, and a treat to see some of these old school titles being revamped with better graphics to make them more visually appealing. It's an amazing thing. But I want something fresh and creative, something that is new but still holds the core Call of Duty feel that games like Modern Warfare 2, 3, Black Ops 1, 2, World at War, all these games had that great feel to them. Something that no other game will ever be able to copy or imitate. When that day comes, I'll be the happiest man you will ever meet. But that's going to sum up this video today, guys. I want to thank you all for tuning in to another video. I can't thank you all enough for all the support that you guys show me and all the love that you show as well. Don't forget, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you slap that like button. If you hated it, hit the dislike button. Whatever you feel is best. Leave your opinions down in the comment section. What do you guys think? Should Call of Duty return to its old roots? Like, truly its old roots, not World War II style. I'm talking about going back to how it really was. Real Call of Duty style. Should it hit that, or should it continue with the fast-paced action that they have? I'm not going to lie, the fast-paced gameplay, it's a lot of fun to watch, and it's a lot of fun to play as well, but honestly, I've just been craving it, man. I really have been craving that old school feel to a Call of Duty game again. And, you know, it's just one of those feelings that Call of Duty gives you. And I just haven't been able to really recapture that. I've just been really capturing the new Call of Duty feelings that it gives me. The new action-packed moments that they have to offer in these new titles. But one day, man, one day, I will get a Call of Duty game that will be for me. I'm waiting for it, man. I'm definitely waiting for it. But thank you all for tuning in to a video. Like I said already, I appreciate you all. You all are the real MVPs for listening to the end. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.